It is exactly 4 p.m. East African time. Many thanks for joining us right here at Lookuptv. My name is John Matava, and of course, we have for you a lot right here in Trending News. To get started, the Ministry of Education has announced that the Helb funds will be released on Tuesday, that is 7th November, after the Helb finalized the processing of the loans. This comes amid student strikes, which has paralyzed education in different parts of the universities, demanding the release of Helb funds. In a statement by the Education Cabinet Secretary Machakos, he said the Helb had completed the processing of the loans for the first year and TVET students under the new education funding model. The statement reads, and I quote, "The Higher Education Loans Board has finalized the processing of the loans for the first year students at the universities and TVET under the new higher education funding model. The ministry wishes to inform successful applicants the funds will be disbursed to their respective universities and student accounts beginning Tuesday, November 7th, 2023. On Thursday, students of Machakos University engaged in running battles with the police, demanding the Higher Education Loans Board to act. Moving forward, an expectant mother from Maldaka village in Isiolo County who required an emergency operation was rescued via helicopter after an ambulance ferrying her to Isiolo County Teaching and Referral Hospital got stuck at Kulamawe area due to heavy downpour being witnessed in the region. The rescue mission was a joint effort by the county government, Northern Rangelands Trust and the Lewak Wildlife Conservancy, which provided the aircraft.
The patient had, I think, complication of pregnancy. She could not deliver normally because she was fully dilated from around 1 in the morning. And the medical team who were there seek help from the department, and the patient was taken from Garbatula on our way to Isiolo County Referral Hospital around Kulamawe. The road was impassable, and the medical team who accompanied the patient seek assistance from the county department, and through that we have reached to Lewa team and the management of Lewa, who have helped us with their aircraft.
And I want to say this was not the first time this is happening. Last time, when we were receiving the last rains, the same incident happened at Siricho, and Lewa Dam came through for us. And I want to say thank you for your efforts in improving service delivery to our patients, to our clients. As the health department, we really want to say asanteni sana.
Away from that, parents have been urged to take care of their kids and monitor their activities during the school holidays. The long holidays have been cited as the risky times when children get to be exposed to all manners of risk that would be a threat to their well-being, including morals and sexual exploitation. The church has been urged to be vigilant as well, to keep an eye on the teenagers while holding church vigils to curb breeding ground for risky behaviors. As task force to collect public views on the implementation of the competency-based curriculum CBC. The public had different views, and the most people were against the new curriculum, saying it will cost more than the 844 system. And now, a year later, opinions have changed, and now parents and teachers are appreciating the CBC, saying it has given the children the ability to nurture their talents.
Mwanafunzi kuweza kutumia ujuzi wake, na sisi kama shule tunatoa mwanafunzi ambaye ni all round, mwanafunzi ambaye anaweza kufit kwa society. Kando na 844 ambayo ilikuwa ina concentrate kwa mwanafunzi mmoja. So sisi kama shule tunahakikisha kwamba kwa yale masomo hakikisha yanafunzwa vizuri na yanafuatwa jinsi inavyohitajika.
Uzuri tena wa CBC ni kwamba by the time wanafika grade 3 wanapata 20% of the final mark, grade 4 20%, grade 5 20%, alafu grade 6 40%.
Hata mimi nilipinga CBC, manake ilikuwa na kazi mingi na hatukukuwa tumetayarishwa kama wazazi, kama walimu vipasavyo ili tuingie katika mfumo wa CBC. Lakini kwa sasa baada ya kufanya CBC kwa muda fulani, tumekuja kugundua CBC ni system nzuri ya elimu na inataka tuwe na utulivu kidogo, tuwe na uvumilivu kidogo na tuelewe polepole jinsi ya approach ama jinsi ya kushikilia hii mfumo wa CBC.
Away from that, in a bid to avert accidents during the festive season, the traffic department has engaged road users on the road safety campaigns across the country. Speaking during a meeting with PSV operators in Embu County, Deputy Traffic Commandant Gifinalis Baraza observed that most accidents during the festive season are due to careless driving and disregard of the road regulations.
We have visited Embu with a view of having a chat or a talk with the road users. You are aware that we are headed towards a Christmas session, that is Christmas festivities. And from the past, we have seen that the number of accidents around this time normally increases. So that is why we have come to do road safety awareness to the general public. That includes the drivers, the motorcycle riders, the border boarders, and the general public who use the roads. So that is the main purpose for which we left Nairobi for the outside towns. That is, we started with Nyeri on Monday. We went to Nanyuki, Meru, and today we are here in Embu. In general, I want to assure the public that if I compared the figures of accidents, crash accidents on the road of last year and this year, there's a general reduction in all types of accidents: fatal, serious, and slight.
IDPs from Nyanza and Western regions claim they have resolved squabbles among them, paving way for the release of their compensation by the county government. Under the umbrella of the Nyanza and Western IDPs caucus, the officials expressed concern over the wrangles that threatened to undermine their efforts in benefiting from the state support.
Tumekubaliana kwa mmoja kwa sababu mmoja wetu alikuwa anafikiria majina ya watu wake yatakuwa yameachwa nje, na hiyo ndio maana sana tulikuwa tunakutana na tumetatua hiyo shida zote, mambo ya majina, mambo ya watu wake na watu wa kila mtu washapatanishwa pamoja ili watu wetu kama Kisii tufurahie pamoja, sio wakati wengine wanafurahia wengine wakilia. Tumekubaliana kwa umoja kwamba yale matatizo yote yametupiliwa mbali, kama ni mambo ya koti imetolewa na kila kitu kimekuwa swali. Sasa tutaanza hii safari tukiwa pamoja kuanzia sasa na kuendelea mpaka watu wetu walipwe.
Tumekuja kusuluhisha haya mambo kuhusiana na mwenzetu ambaye alikuwa analalama kwamba majina yake bado hayajachukuliwa, lakini leo tumemaliza hilo jambo, tutaenda kuangalia. Cha pili, nataka kuwaomba ndugu waheshimiwa wachumbe wote kutoka Nyamira, Kisii, wote waungane ili wasaidie hao Kisii ambao wametaafika kwa miaka mingi sana. Jambo lingine ni kwamba wakati wengine wanavyosaidia sehemu zao, hatujui wale wachumbe ambao tuliowachagua nyinyi mko wapi. Tunadhani kwamba hili jambo mtalichukulia kwa uzito zaidi na kwa undani. Tunaomba kwa heshima yenu, mnapokaa kule bungeni, hakikisha kwamba na hao wa Kisii pia wanatambulika kule bungeni.
Mimi vile nasimamia hii network ya Nyanza Western Caucus IDPs, kulikuwa na marumbano kidogo, na fikiri leo wale maofisa walitumwa na serikali kuja kutuweka pamoja tumalize ile marumbano, tumemaliza.
The government has begun in earnest the process of modernizing the government printer to ease efficiency and delivery of government services. The government press, which has been seen moribund due to having possession of archaic and old machines, has seen a delay in processing and printing of key documents that are very dear to Kenyans, like ID cards, birth and death certificates, judiciary, strategic plans, amongst others, rendering the unit mundane.
So that it's supposed to print everything that the government, they do not make those policies on what to print. They don't decide on what to print. For them, once it's been agreed at a policy level that this is what needs to be printed, their job is just to print. But we want to ensure that we've built the local capacity to print, because everything we seem to be doing is we agree to print, then we outsource the printing aspect, whereas we can build our capacity to do all the printing. It's very important what it does, because it does all the printings for government. However, this institution called the government press has been neglected for the longest time, because as we speak, the machines that are currently with the government press are mundane, archaic and old machines that are actually supposed to go to the National Museum. So the president thought it wise that he needs to put up a task force to modernize the government printer, because this is a space with a lot of opportunities. Most Kenyans actually do not know that indeed the government press is where all the documents are printed, from the date you're born, where a birth notification is printed, to a birth certificate, to the date you marry is where your marriage certificate will be printed, to the day you acquire a driving license, the driving licenses are printed at the government printer, the day you acquire...
And that story finalizes a broadcast at this hour at exactly 12 minutes past 4 p.m. Indeed, many thanks for joining us, and be sure to stay tuned for 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. later on in the bulletin right here at Lookuptv. My name is John Matava. Please do have a very great evening.